Welcome back to Mountaineer Bushcraft and Survival Systems. Today we're going to talk about this wood burning stove here. Fella had a question about it on one of the comments. It's pretty basic and simple. It's currently just sitting on a larger rim. It's not part of the stove itself, really. But this is just two vehicle rims welded together with a cutout, and it did have a door which did finally break off. It was just welded on the hinges. But thought maybe everybody might like to take a closer look at it, and I'll build a fire in it and everybody can see how it runs. So we'll just take a little break here and I'll get everything set up and we'll fire the wood burner up. Alrighty, welcome back. We've got some wood processed to get this fire started. Some larger pieces here, some smaller pine. Now we're going to use the fire starters we made in another video out of the lint. That'll be what we use to get her fired up with. We'll move you around. Try to get you a good view of action inside there if we can. Alright, now what I'm going to do, just put a piece in like this, and I'm going to basically build a little place to start the fire on to protect it from getting crushed from the kindling. Put our piece in there. I forgot to fluff her up. That was my fault. There we go. That should help a little bit. Okay, now she took okay. Get our pine in there. Now we're going to do somewhat of a log cabin stack on this. This is pretty dry pine, so I didn't have to break it down into really small pieces, and it should take off quite readily. It's definitely, we can do the log cabin stack. Okay. Well, that thing's getting fired up. I'll cut the video for now, then we'll come right back as soon as she actually gets it going good. Okay. You can see from that angle, I just didn't take very long. I just stacked some more pieces up there, and I kind of put a little bit of a pyramid shape at the top, crossed over about 3 different pieces there. And it's in a matter of good 45 seconds to a minute, it's caught on fairly decent. Still got a little ways to go to be established. Now once that gets going good, got some smaller pieces of split red oak here to throw on that, which will give us a pretty hot bed of coals. And then anything else we start throwing on there, even if it's a little damp, after we get a decent coal, bed of coals in there, will really help you get your wood dried out and the fire to take off. Now on top, you can see how I connected that. That's just a flange screwed. It's got screws on the bottom and washers, and I just put a 2-inch black iron pipe on there for a flue. And these little holes are open. I had earlier plans to get those welded and sealed up too, but for now it works, and it does let some smoke out, but that smokestack there actually helps quite a bit. See how we're doing inside there. It's just starting to take off pretty good now. All right, I'm going to pause you there, then we'll come back again once I get a pretty decent bed of coals in there. Okay, got some decent little bit of coals on the bottom now, and got good roaring fire on the inside, and I do believe that took somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 minutes for that to burn up to that point. So we are getting some smoke escaping from the holes up there, but it's actually, see a lot of heat waves and smoke actually coming out the top. Now, if this was sealed up better, its efficiency would, obviously it'd be much better on its burn rate. But for what it is, it works fairly well. I mainly had this made to take on, camping, hunting, fishing trips, whatever the case may be, and to have a secure fire. That way, you don't have to worry about, some issues with your coals and embers spreading out and potentially causing a wildfire. Move around in there, get her worked up a little bit, help her get some more air into there. Yeah, she's burning quite well now. But yeah, there's nothing fancy with it. It doesn't really have the ability to gasify. It's just an empty void inside of 2 car tire rims welded together. And it did have a door. The cutout I'd saved, and you can still see the remnants of the hinges. They were just too lightweight and thin, and over time from the heat, they rusted up and they wore weak. So that needs to be another project to replace that. And if you can see over here on this, that was a bolt with a wire, and that when that door shut, it had another bolt welded to it, and I literally just hooked it with that wire to keep that door shut. That was to help the door, how far I had it open or shut, help control the burn on it. But yeah, there she is. I mean, it's nothing fancy, but it works pretty well. I even got a smaller one that I usually just used to carry around in side by side when I was out and about in case I needed a fire. That little guy's over there. And that one is the front tires on a lawnmower welded together and the same cutout made on it. It's fairly small and lightweight. I figure if you took the steel pipe off the top, now that one's actually sealed better on the top. The smoke actually comes strictly out of the stack on it. But it's the same deal. It was a flange with a steel iron, 2-inch steel iron pipe on it. But they come they're really handy for just, random little trips out into the woods or fishing trips like that. So you can enjoy a fire without so much worry accidentally causing a forest fire. And out here in the woods, you may not be able to find necessary rocks to make a nice ring around your fire to help with that. So, and plus it's it's steel, and it does put off quite a bit of heat after you have a good large coal bed established in there with some fresh wood making actual flames. This will throw off a surprising amount of heat for as little as it is, and it will actually keep you comfortable in quite cold conditions. I've tested it in some of the coldest winters we've had here in West Virginia in the last 10 years. And yeah, you're not like warm like you'd be in the house, but if you're sitting within 3 or 4 feet of it, it's definitely enough to keep you from freezing. And just on your average cold days in the 30s, 40s, you're very comfortable, very comfortable. Plus there's enough room on the top up there. You can set a small skillet, a canteen cup, and if you remove the steel pipe on it, you can set a full-size skillet up there and cook with it. But we'll end the video here and hope everybody enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Get notified when I have new videos come out. And you all have a very good evening. Thank you and goodbye.